Hey everyone, what else could you ask for? Sun, sand, sea. There's only one thing that would make this day better, so let's head back to the garage and I'll show it to you. Oh, and by the way, who said Broncos can't fly? Hey everyone, welcome back to Fred's Garage. Thanks for coming. On today's episode of Fred's Garage, we're going to make the Bronco really shine. We're going to make it noticed. We're going to put in these new lights from Forum Lighting. They were nice enough to partner up with me, and we're going to do the installation. We're going to sit down in a minute, and we're going to compare this one with the original light that comes in the Bronco. There's no comparison whatsoever. And at the end of this video, you'll see what they look like. They come both in white DRL or amber DRL to give you that Raptor look. Okay? So stick around. Let's take a good look at these lights, show you how to install them, and we'll be right back. Hey guys, as I said, there's no real comparison, but this is the original light that came off of my Ford Bronco, okay? This is an LED light, but it does not have a DRL. Even though it is an LED light, they're a reflector LED light, which means the LEDs are facing backwards. They bounce off the reflector on the back of the light, and then they go forward, okay? And there's no DRL. And even if you have the upgraded Ford Bronco lights, they do come with the DRL. They're also LED reflectors. So the LEDs reflect back and come forward. Where on the new Forum Lighting LED headlights, you have four projectors, four LED projectors that focus the light forward. Plus it has a beautiful sequential DRL that can be either white or amber, give you that Raptor look like I said. So let's place them on the Bronco, and I'll show you how that's done. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go outside and we're going to line up our original headlights. So when we place our new headlights, we know exactly how to line them up, so we're not blinding anybody coming the other way. So let's do that right now. All right, so this is the before, and as you can see here, the lights, even though they're not straight, the lights are basically at the second panel up of my garage door. Let's zoom in and we can see that better. So there's the first panel. There's the second panel right there. And when we're done, our new lights are going to line up just like that. We are 20 feet from the garage door. Alrighty, so the first thing we're going to do is raise the hood. And we're going to remove these 9 plastic clips on the front cowl here. Come on in, I'm going to show you how to do these. Alright, let's zoom into this clip. As you can see on this clip, every clip's going to have a little gap right there, okay? So you want to put your wedge tool in there, get it started, and then feed the wedge tool into it. And then pull the top up. Okay? And once you get the top up, then you go underneath and you pull the whole clip out. And there she is. Let's do that one more time. You'll see the little gap right there. You put your tool in there and you help move it up a little bit. And then you get your tool right inside and you pop it up. Once you get the top up, you go underneath and you pull the whole clip up. And that's what you want to end up with. And that's how you want to put them back in and then press the top back down. Once the clips are totally off, all you have to do is raise up this panel and remove it from the car. Set it aside. All right, so the next step is to remove these 4 10mm bolts that hold the top of the grill to the vehicle. So and throw everything in the box. All right, let's pop the grill out. All right, so now starting from each outer edge, we're going to grab the grill, pull the grill out, grab it, pop it right out. Grab the grill up here, pull it out, and it comes out fairly easy. All right, so once we get the ends out, we're going to feed our fingers down and pull it out from the middle. With the clips on the bottom. And that's how easy the grill comes off. I do not have the front camera or the washer fluid. If you did, it would be right here. And you would want to disconnect that prior to removing this grill. So let's set the grill aside. All right, the next step is to remove these fender flares. And they come out fairly easy. Actually, too easy in my opinion. All there is 5 rotating clips. Let me take you in and I'll show you how to do that. All you do is put your hand in, grab the clip, turn it till she locks. Here's clip number 2. Clip number 3 right in the middle of the flare. Clip number 4 under the mirror. And down near the bottom is clip number 5. Alright, so now we're ready to pull the fender flare off. If you haven't done this before, it might be a little scary when you hear the pops. But don't worry about it. It's natural. And you just grab it and you pull it out. And there she is. Now this is the perfect opportunity for you to clean the fender underneath where the fender flare was prior to placing this back. So let's place this fender flare down in a secure location and let's go repeat the process on the passenger side. Okay, we're going to reach underneath and just turn the 5 clips. And once they're turned, grab the fender flare and just pull it towards you. And just pull it towards you. And there she is. And that's the popping noise that I'm talking about. They come right out. All right, next. All right, the next step is we have to remove this lower surround. So we're going to put our fingers in here, thumbs up here, and we're just going to pull out towards you very easily. And it pops right off, okay? Let's do that on the opposite side. Okay, so we're going to put our fingers in here, thumbs on the top, and we're just going to pop it out. And there she goes. And then we just have to pull the middle out. Now we have to remove the center section. I'm going to come over here, put my thumbs and my fingers underneath it, and pop it out. And there she goes. Come in the middle. Pop it out. Come back over here. Pop it out. And gently place this somewhere not to scratch the paint. It's nerve-wracking hearing all those clicks, but it comes out in one piece, okay? All right, so now on the top of our headlight, we're going to locate this 10mm bolt, this 10mm bolt, and this push clip. And what we're going to do is we're going to remove that push clip. Placing it in our box. And in my case, I'm going to use my trusty little T-tool to remove this 10mm bolt. Place that in the box. Loosen this 10mm bolt. And remove it. And place that in the box. Now, we're going to remove the 8mm bolt on the bottom here. Let me show you. And this is the last bolt. It's an 8mm. So we're going to take our 10mm off. 8mm, place this right here. Loosen it up. And we're going to place this in our box. Now I say this on every video, but this little T-tool is about 15 bucks. And it's one of the handiest little tools you'll use, okay? So let's pop this headlight out. Right in here is a clip. You have to be pretty forceful. So get your hands behind it and pop it right out. And there she is. Now when you have the headlight out, there's the plug right here, the harness plug right here. We're just going to push it in with our thumb, and we're going to pop it right out, and she pops right out. And there's the headlight, ready to go. Let's set her aside. On this side, first thing we're going to do is remove the plastic clip in the end with our pry tool. There she is, okay? And then we're going to remove the two 10-millimeter bolts right on the top. Loosen this one, and then come right down here and loosen that one. And let's unscrew that bolt. You can use anything you want here. You could use the impact gun like I did earlier. You could use your drill, ratchet, whatever you have. The only important thing is don't drop or lose these bolts. Put everything in that box. And then we're going to go down in the front here. Take this 8-millimeter off. Loosen her up. Place everything in the box. And remember, we have that same clip here. Okay? Forcefully have to pop it out. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, pop. There she goes. Pull her out. Here's the plug. Squeeze the plug with your thumb. Light number 2 is out. Doesn't get much easier than that. So let's talk about the wire and harness. You're going to get 2 of these smaller harnesses. Okay? One's going to plug into the harness from the truck. One's going to plug into the headlight. Right here, these 2 wires are going to decide whether you want an amber or a white DRL. If they're loose like this, it's going to be amber. If you plug them in together, like so, they're going to be white, okay? We're going to talk about these in depth in a moment. But what I'm going to do, and then we have this plug right here. This right here is if your Bronco, like mine, do not have factory DRLs when you purchased it. We're going to run some power to this here. And this will activate our DRLs on the forum lighting headlights. But I'll show you that step. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this harness into the harness that came with the vehicle. And they're going to plug in just like so. Make sure you plug them in good. And this is going to plug into your new lights, okay? And this right here, we're going to feed up the hole right here. We're going to feed it up. And you have your hood release cable, and we're going to zip tie this to your hood release cable. Let me bring you in close and show you how I secure these harnesses. If you want to do it the same way, you'll know how I did it. Wire tie right here. You'll see on the top here, I secured it with a wire tie right here to the hood cable. Okay, so when I want to take it off, it's right here for me to take off. When I want to plug it back in, it's right there, and it's not going anywhere. And then in here, I secured the wire and harness to the main wire and harness behind it with the wire tie. So now this isn't jiggling around, and I got plenty for my lighting. Now let's do the opposite side and then work on the DRLs. All right, same thing here, okay? We're going to plug this into the harness right in here. We're going to feed this up here. And we have a perfect place to secure it right here. All right, let me show you how I connected the wires on the passenger side. If you look right in here, you will see that there's a white holder that holds the main wiring harness underneath it. I wire tied around that white holder and wire tied my switch. If I want to change the color, all I have to do is unhook the plug right there. Nice and easy. So far, so good. Now, Forum Lighting was nice enough to give us this harness. As I said earlier, my Bronco did not come with DRLs. So we have to run this fused harness to each light, okay? So I'm going to leave this right here for now. We'll talk about that. And we're going to feed this harness down and secure it to the lights. So the same way I came up with the harness, I'm going to go back down with the harness. The smaller pigtail is going to plug into the form lighting pigtail. I'll show you. The shorter pigtail is going to plug into the form lighting pigtail right here. Just like so. What we should have left is this for the headlight. Now we have to feed this across to the opposite light. All right, we're going to pull this back up. And Ford has already done all the work for me, because I am just going to follow Ford's wiring harness straight across. This will all be covered by the panel. And once we get to here, we're going to feed it underneath the air cleaner housing. And down to the light. So now let's secure this piece and plug it into the fuse panel where it belongs. So the first thing we're going to want to do is take the cover off the fuse panel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut in this little clip from Form Lighting's instructions to let you know exactly how to wire the fuses, all right?
Then we will need to open our fuse box and remove the 10 amp fuse in slot 24 using needle nose pliers and insert the add a fuse harness back into slot 24.
All right, we're almost done. So now we're just going to take our plug. We're going to plug it into the back of the light. We're going to push in this clip on this side first. There she goes. Then I'm going to replace my 10mm bolts on the top. And my push pin. And we're going to do the exact same thing on that. Now we're going to do the exact same thing on this side here. We're going to clip her in. Line up the pin. Put our little push pin in there to hold her. Replace all the bolts. So we're almost done. The only thing we have left to do is to put everything back on in reverse order as we just took it off. And then we're going to take it outside and we're going to line up the lights and make sure the lights are on the garage door as they were initially when we started this. Because we don't want to blind anybody in front of us. And we want everything to be perfectly aligned. But before we do anything else, we're going to turn this Bronco on and we're going to make sure that these lights come on and they look the way they're supposed to look. All right, so we're almost all done. All we have left to do is to take her outside and make sure the headlights are aligned fine. So I'm going to bring you in and show you how to adjust the headlights. All you need is a Phillips screwdriver, and there's a little adjustment screw right here, right in the side of each light. Let me bring you in and show it to you. Right under your trail sight, if you look right in there, you'll see the white screw right there. You turn it clockwise, it'll go up. Turn it counterclockwise, the light will go down, okay? So in case you do have to adjust it, that's what you'd want to do. Now, as you can see on the after, you do have that defined blue line on the top, but they're set out of the box almost identical to where the lights were prior. If you can see, there's the second garage door panel, and the lights right below the second garage door panel. So they're perfect. Well, guys, that's it. You can go with the beautiful white, or you can go with the beautiful amber. It's your choice. Definitely make your Bronco stick out, and it'll definitely make you see better wherever you're going. So, thank you so much for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, could you please do me a favor? Could you please subscribe, hit the notification button, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment. And all it's left to do is to take a ride down the beach and see what she looks like on the sand. And you guys have a great day.